Hey, thank you for joining. This is the CEO of It Forward, Cholo, right?
Yeah, that's right. So, hey
Yes.
everyone, good evening or morning, wherever you are in the world.
Welcome, Cholo, the CEO of It Forward, and we're very excited to have you here today.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here as well. So we can get started. Maybe a little bit about the Play It Forward, just what we're building, what we're doing. I know that the Dappie Gang team have provided a bit of introduction, but essentially at our core, our mission is to really allow for more and more players to enjoy the space of play to earn. So, as was mentioned, we started out running as five friends running fairly small scale Axie Guild. We've had about 100 players in the middle of 2021. And really
Mm-hmm.
we enjoyed and we really found the whole community building aspect of it and the ability to give players positive financial outcomes doing what they love to be a very enriching experience. So at that point we decided to really make something out of the project, and we've since then from then scaled to now have 3,000 players across the Philippines and Indonesia. We're likely to go
Wow.
into Vietnam in the coming months, and really want to
Mm-hmm.
continue growing from there and bring more of the PIF brand of guild management to more people. We're also now kind of like looking at expanding and ever growing our set of game offerings for our players, and that was the reason, of course, we wanted to partner up with Dappie Gang. We want our players to have a variety of games to choose from when they enter our community, and find the
Mm-hmm.
best game that fits their play style, and really want to make play to earn a viable career option for most of the people in Asia and the developing world to really benefit and earn from.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I guess X Infinity was kind of like the spark of the whole metaverse, play to earn gaming. And yeah, we just saw huge growth. And after that, more and more metaverse projects and also guilds started to form. And yeah, it's amazing to see how you guys started off as, you said, five-man team. And then now you guys grew from 100 scholars to 3,000. That's a huge accomplishment. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's been a great journey. So and very it's a pleasure to speak to the community today and really share what we're doing.
Of course. So you mentioned that most of right now the community members are mainly from Southeast Asia,
That's right.
and
So
uh-huh.
mostly from Southeast Asia. We want to continue expanding in this part of the world, but we're actually putting in place really an ability for us to help out communities beyond Asia, whether it's in terms of technical know-how or even being able to leverage some of our treasury to get them to try out these games. But in terms of us directly operating the guilds, it will be primarily in Southeast Asia.
I see, I see. Yeah, we actually have a pretty strong following from the Vietnamese community, so it'll be interesting to see our growth together.
Yeah, that would be
Definitely.
awesome.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many new players coming in where they're fairly new to crypto. I guess joining the guild helps them in terms of onboarding and understanding the concept of crypto, and essentially, I guess you guys, because you guys are familiar in the space and you guys have many you guys have what, 20 games under PIF. Is that correct?
Yeah, so we have signed up about, I think now it's about 25 game partners, give or take.
20 game.
Yeah, and they're all in varying degrees of, I would say, launch or development. So
Uh-huh.
our actual live scholarships now consist of 5 games, and we want to continue to, as most of these partners launch their game, we of course will bring that to the community. And yeah, we're,
Mm-hmm.
we're pretty excited to add Dappie Gang and the project into that mix.
Yes, of course. So, yeah, I think Dappie Game plays a pretty special role here, where um, we have an extensive roadmap. We our NFT have utilities and have access to perks in Dappie Wonderland, where scholars can also learn about the DeFi side of things, and with their earnings from play to earn, they'll be able to learn a better understanding of the DeFi space, as well as also using their Dappie Game character to play in our developing games. So that would be exciting.
Yeah, definitely, and I think there's a lot of strategic alignment there because we really believe that GameFi play to earn is a very sticky wedge into adoption for Web3. So
Mm-hmm.
even with respect to some of the big downturns we saw when Bitcoin went from 40K to like low 30s in December,
Mm-hmm.
January this year, our players continued to really play the game because it was offering them continued stream of income, although it has
Mm-hmm.
experienced some volatility. But the player stickiness has been there. So I would say that projects in this space would really be best served by introducing all of our respective communities to DeFi, and I guess yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
what you guys are building at Dappie it allows to get a little bit of understanding from both worlds.
Right. So I think our as Dappy Gang and Dappio, our long term vision is collective work. So for Dappy Gang, actually, our community is we're reaching out to many partner projects, and we're coming together to form a currency called NFTU, where it's a collective uh, currency that all the partner projects can bring in value, and through that we can expand the entire Solana NFT ecosystem and strengthen, both the DeFi part and also the metaverse part. So that's very interesting.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I think there's a lot of overlap in DeFi and NFT, and we're really seeing a lot of cool things that could be done as that like kind of like alignment continues to develop.
Mm-hmm. So just one question: how do you become a player for Scholar? What's the process like?
Sure. So I guess the process is pretty I would say flexible. So we find scholars would come across our project over via a number of ways. So we've had scholars that kind of find us through referrals. So they hop on our Discord and make an application there. We also have scholars that track games very closely. So they have preferred games, and then when they find out that we're offering scholarships for that specific the project, then they jump on board and make an application. So we're agnostic how scholars find the project as long as they're willing to put in the work to contribute to the community and in a positive way. Then we encourage
Mm-hmm.
them to do so. So
Mm-hmm.
it's so I guess the whole journey of being a scholar starts with hopping onto the Discord, engaging with the community, trying to understand what PIF is about, and then making that application for our guild. So our guild is called Railings University, and we there's currently now two countries that we're in, which is the Philippines and Indonesia. And
Mm-hmm.
I guess the first step is as a scholar, you would raise your hand around which game you would like to enjoy and play, and then you would go through the process that's specific to that game. So as you can imagine, each game is requires a different skill set. So we try to make sure that scholars understand what they're kind of like buying into, so understand the game that
Mm-hmm.
they've applied for, and so that we also kind of like increase the likelihood that they have a positive experience from
Experience,
yeah their first
definitely.
GameFi scholarship.
I see, definitely. So, having PIF to guide them through the process of picking which one is the right game for their characteristics, and which one might fit them better, I think is definitely an important part because, I mean, for a new player, I guess some people may be even new to crypto. They have no idea, no clue. Maybe some of them don't even have a wallet to begin with, right? So,
Mm.
I mean, having PIF there to guide them through the process, I think definitely speed up the entire journey.
Yeah, exactly. So I would say that
Cool.
guilds really have that responsibility of being educators, and it's really helpful. Sorry, it's really it's been kind of like one of our key focus points that we ensure these players understand and really explore crypto and DeFi through their journey.
Definitely. Cool. I mean, it's amazing to see and to know that some players are actually earning and they're professional gamers, and this is their job. It's very fascinating.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Yeah.
any recent partnership or upcoming roadmap that we should know about, or what you want to spread the good word to our communities?
Sure. So I already mentioned, I guess, our planned expansion into Vietnam. So
Mm-hmm.
that's going to be kind of the first country of potentially more that we would be
Mm-hmm.
opening up to. We
Mm-hmm.
also are in the works and partnering up with a lot of, I would say, protocols that would enable NFT lending and borrowing for most of our game partners. So it
Mm-hmm.
would allow people in the community to really benefit from our NFT treasury. That wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
require them to kind of really buy the NFTs themselves, but kind of rent it out, test it out, and understand if they want to make the purchase, and then kind of like move into the acquisition stage if they like the outcome.
Yeah.
And I guess we're also in the midst of thinking about what else we can be doing to grow the community, and whether that's other things beyond kind of like game partnerships, or a very specific community building approaches, like even as much as like thinking about starting our own NFT project that has really strong ties to the community. It's something that
Mm-hmm.
we are kind of in the works of ideating and figuring out how best to move forward on each of those projects.
Mm-hmm, definitely. I think NFT finance is going to be huge in the next big thing, because there's just so many projects coming out with utilities, and some are GameFi characters, some are not, some are just profile pictures. But
Mm,
NFT borrow and lending is definitely also one of our roadmap
yeah.
for Dappio. And yeah, it's good to know that we're also both excited about this, and you're definitely in the right place, because actually we're working on borrow and lending to be integrated on Dappio. So you can expect some good news there as well.
Nice. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
that's something we're definitely excited about.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. One question: besides Axie Infinity, being the most well-known big game, any other particular games that catches your interest?
So like in terms of our own scholarships, we've been
Mm-hmm.
pretty so we've grown, and now we deploy scholars as mentioned in 5 games. So some of the other
Mm-hmm.
games are like Cyball, Pegaxi, as well as Blockchain Monster Hunt. So we've
Mm-hmm.
invested in and partnered with, as I mentioned, 25 plus game partners. But what we're
Right.
really kind of tracking closely is some of the upcoming games that I would say really try to target a triple A type of audience, and
Mm-hmm.
really trying to bring that layer of casual player first, rather than play to earn first. Some of the games
Mm-hmm.
that we've kind of like been pretty excited about, that we spoke to recently, and we've participated in investment in, is games like Shrapnel, which is essentially a first person shooter, still pretty much early stage of development, but
Mm-hmm.
we haven't in our kind of like games list, we don't have a good first person shooter game as yet. So we've been on the lookout for that, and I think the team there is doing something that kind of aligns with what we would look for in a first person shooter play to earn game.
Sounds exciting. There's a lot of games coming out.
Yeah.
And I don't know which one to keep an eye out. So it's good to know that some of you guys already been checking out quality projects. I think that's super important. So I guess what is your view in terms of NFT and GameFi? Do you believe that we're still at a very early stage, or do you think this is it's a bubble?
I would say it's a very complex question. I would say, I would say that definitely there's a lot of hype in this space, and there's definitely a lot of funding that's been going to this space, whether it's NFTs or GameFi, and I would say it's pretty much kind of like has the feelings of a gold rush. So there's of course a lot of which is good. I think a lot of it get more engagement, more eyes on the space is positive for everyone. But it also kind of leads to potentially, like as you say, bubble type of characteristics. So it's really down to the projects in the space to deliver on the roadmap, deliver on a promise, and that's going to be important. That's really top of mind for us when we select projects to partner with. We want to make sure that they're realistic, but also ambitious, and that they're really trying to push the envelope. I would say we're still early because when we think about the games that are right there in the market now, it's really just traditional IP or traditional game models, and then there's an overlay of tokenomics. Whereas we haven't really seen a crypto native kind of like game as yet that has captured the attention of a broad audience. So it'll be interesting to see how as more and more AAA game studios, traditional game studios come into the space, how that will change the whole landscape and dynamic. But they will bring with them their whole audience of AAA and casual gamers, right? So the space will continue to change, and yeah, we're just excited to see how it will change in the coming months and years.
Definitely, I think the space is growing at a very rapid speed, and also I guess it's very important for us, especially player forward guild, filtering out the quality projects and then onboarding the scholars so they can come and have a good first experience about how DeFi and NFT and metaverse works. And yeah, it makes sense that for new players onboarding to a guild where they feel comfortable, feel like a big family, and this way it's less likely that they'll get burnt from entering without doing much research.
Yeah, precisely. So there's a lot of caution that's always required when entering or like when exploring a market that's pretty hot as anything GameFi is. But there's definitely a lot of good projects there, and a lot of people that are building good things, including of course the team at Dappie. So yeah, we really want to work with those projects that have a different vision and trying to do something different, and not just doing another Axie clone or similar model.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we're very excited to be working alongside with you guys as well. And yeah, we're just super excited to bring out more DeFi utilities and also the GameFi roadmap for the scholars there at PIF.
Yeah, likewise. Really interested to see as you build out your roadmap.
One question. What are you most excited about Dappie Gang? Because I guess we're a little bit more complex. We're NFT project, but we have DeFi utility, and also we have a GameFi roadmap. But which one sparks your interest most?
I would say that we really like the ability of combining DeFi and GameFi, because we've seen, I guess we've seen kind of like various examples out there, which is really at their core, pretty much gamified version of DeFi yield farming. So some of the projects like DeFi Kingdoms kind of mirror that element. So
Mm-hmm.
It's just a gamified DeFi yield farm. So we haven't seen really kind of a project that marries in a very nifty way the DeFi and GameFi elements, and
Mm-hmm.
we're kind of like upbeat about like the Dappy roadmap and how what that's trying to achieve, and yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
guess that because it also will allow gamers that maybe don't really or not haven't dive deep into DeFi to kind
Mm-hmm.
of understand that via the game. So it's a way to, I guess, onboard more players, more participants into the DeFi space in a way that's kind of
Mm-hmm.
familiar and interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Our vision here at Daffio also, as we know, I think DeFi is still quite early in Solana. So we're really ready and we've been preparing to capture values in DeFi aspect. And also, our hope is that we can have a cross exposure between DeFi and the NFT lovers or enthusiasts, where mainly they've been trading NFTs, but they're not very familiar with how DeFi works. So, our goal here is to have a mixture of both. And through Dappie Gang, they will be able to learn more about DeFi and also they'll be able to enjoy the perks that Dappie Gang brings on top in Dappio. Because for the NFT characters for Dappie Gang, we have three main perks. They're, they are reward multiplier and also fee reduction and also airdrops. So these three utilities that is backed by Dappio is this is our I guess our main value about the NFT because we have a huge product that's about to launch publicly in May. And also at the end of the month, for Dappy Games, we'll be able to stake our NFT and start earning NFTU. So an NFTU is a token where our community members can earn and then use it to redeem for GameFi assets and also to bid on NFT auction and also participate in raffles or whitelists. And these will be available for our community members as well as our partnership um, projects. So think of it as how Dappio, we are a DeFi aggregator. We aggregate different um, projects and we have many traffic coming in. And with that, they'll also gain exposure to all the Dappy game partners where all these partner projects will coming to Dappio to stake their NFTs and collectively build around the utilities of NFTU. So yeah, so that's our long-term vision. We want to not say convert, but definitely create an opportunity where DeFi user, heavy DeFi user, they can enjoy NFT utilities from Dappy Game, and also for these NFT holders or Dappy Game holders, through Dappy Game, they'll be able to learn more about DeFi.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, man. And yeah, I think that's as you mentioned, as games move more and more out of Ethereum, which is pretty expensive from a
Mm-hmm.
gas standpoint. There's a lot of cool things that can be done on other chains, and yeah, so that was the other kind of reason for us to kind of work with the Dappy Gang team, really trying
Mm-hmm.
to see what's happening out there in Solana and really like how that can be used, sort of the high latency of Solana, the high throughput, how that can be leveraged to bring GameFi and DeFi elements together.
Definitely. I think, and also like you mentioned, NFT finance, borrowing and lending, that will also be happening on Dapio. So we're very excited and can't wait to share more news with our community members as well as you guys. And yeah, we're just very excited that we're working towards the same goal and also knowing that we have the same value. So that's really important.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what we really want to build with our partners: strong strategic alignment and kind of like working with each other's roadmap
Mm-hmm.
to bring something positive.
Mm-hmm. So one last question here before maybe we can open up to the communities to see if they have a few questions. What is your favorite trait or look of Dappy Gang? This one is a tricky one because there's so many different ones. But do you have a
Yeah.
particular one that catches your eye or spark your interest?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think the NFT space, what really attracts me and I guess most people is that there's something for everyone. So like if you look at a lot of these collections, you can really find something that you like. Me personally, I like the whole alien kind of body traits, that kind of style and look. So
Wow.
so that's been and I think some of the alien or mutated Dappies, quote unquote, look pretty cool.
Hmm.
And yeah, I think that was the other reason we like the project too, right? The NFTs themselves are pretty fun to own and look at.
Good taste. I mean, the aliens, they're the legendary tiers, so they do have utilities. The aliens, they will receive token airdrops, and yeah, they're actually sitting nicely at around 10 Sol floor right now. So I think we're proud to say that we're a fair launch project on Radiant Drop Zone with a minting cost of 1 Sol. So definitely, whoever minted a Alien is probably very happy right now. but yeah,
Not
actually,
for the buyers.
not for the buyers, but actually today our floor increased by 46%. So that's probably nothing, but because we're gearing up to our staking program that's coming in 2 weeks, so I think people are starting to realize right now it's probably a good time to pick up a few dappies.
Yeah, definitely. I think we definitely picked some up before the floor increase, so we're pretty happy with that. And yeah, like we're probably gonna diamond hands until the game,
Yeah, for
the
sure.
roadmap gets executed.
Actually, yeah, it's very. We're really happy that you guys are on board with us, and also, did you know you guys are the second guild that partner, well, made a strategic investment in Dappie Gang? There's
Oh, is that right? Yeah. So
yeah. So I think more and more guilds have noticed I guess the demand for DeFi slash NFT and metaverse, and they're looking for ways to benefit their scholars through these kind of partnerships. So our first one was actually YGG.
that's right.
Yeah.
So
I think a
yeah, I mean
while ago.
that's great being a second. So like I said, we got in before the floor went up. So
Yeah.
that itself is a positive thing. But yeah, I mean,
Yes.
yeah, we're pretty psyched to be early supporters and be on this journey together.
Yes, we really appreciate you guys for being early supporters. And just a heads up, there's more guilds coming, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Okay, well, thanks for your time. Maybe we can take 5 minutes to take some questions for our communities, see if they have any. Because yeah, we are we're open up for questions.
Sure. Awesome.
Anybody want to come on stage and say hi, or if you are too shy, don't worry, we're nice, and just come on. If you have a question, you can raise your hand. No? Okay. Well, if they don't have further questions, then I will stay behind for 5 to 10 minutes. But I know you guys are busy. We really appreciate you for joining us today. If you need to get going, feel free. For the rest of the 5 minutes, I'll probably hang around and then update our community on what's coming next. So thank you so much for your time and joining with us here today. And hopefully we'll do another space sometime in the future.
Sure. It's awesome. And again, thanks very much for having me. It's been great just sharing our roadmap and also our investment thesis in Dappie. And I'm sure it's going to be first of many as you build out your roadmap, very much tracking that and look to participate across all the rollouts. And yeah, excited for our players to enjoy the Dappie ecosystem in the near future. And in the meantime, for anyone that wants to reach out, I guess you can follow our socials. I guess the official PIF account is what I'm using today. Follow our socials, engage with the community. If you want to be a scholar, hop on over to Discord and make an application, and we'll find something that fits your style. But yeah, I mean, you know where to find us, and very excited to continue to work and engage with the Dappie community.
Thank you, Cholo. Thank you so much.
Awesome. I'll kind of listen into your updates, but otherwise, we'll drop off in a couple minutes. Thanks very much for having me, and looking forward to discuss talking more in the future.
Of course. Thank you so much. All right. How's it going, everybody? So I guess just me now. I'll take the next 5 to 10 minutes. I'll take some questions if you have some. If not, I'm happy to give you guys some updates on what to expect in the next coming months or coming weeks. As we know, we're expecting Dappie Gang to go live in staking in the end of the month. So we're very excited for that, and also we are very excited to announce that we will have a new partner for Dappie Gang, and I'm sure many of you guys already know this or are familiar with the project, but we'll have Monkey Kingdom to hang out with us and be our next partner. Stay tuned for the partnership details, but yes, we're very excited to be working closely with Monkey Kingdom. And also, we have an update about a game night that's happening. So recently, we have got in contact with a very awesome team over at Fabric. Perhaps Data is here listening. Hey, Data. Dappie Gang, we're always finding ways to engage with the community and also do more fun things inside our Discord. So we are hoping to be scheduled for next week to have a game night with many other projects inside the Discord, and then we'll be giving out some prizes and also get to know more of each other and just have a good time. Data, do you want to come on stage and say hi if you would like? We're happy to have you if you're ready. Here we go. Hey, Data. Hey, Data. Sorry to drag you up on stage last minute.
Hey, no, it's okay. I'm up early anyways, but yeah, so yeah, we're obviously super happy to have you guys. We have our community nights on Fridays at 9 p.m. UTC, and we really just use it as a way to strengthen the community. We don't really use it as a way to onboard new people, but we do have our fair share of new people mentioning to us that they have not previously even been in crypto before. So we do have a number of people that we onboard, but we don't really use it for that. We mainly use it to connect with communities and to basically strengthen the bond inside the Solana ecosystem. So anybody's welcome to come and participate in the games and win some prizes. And we will also be doing giveaways to raise awareness and also create some hype between both communities because we've done it before in the past and it has worked out extremely well. This way people can learn about each other's products and no one is really competing for users. We're just really just sharing the love and sharing the ecosystem because we all have different products to offer, and that's really what it's all about.
Definitely. I mean, all projects have different unique utilities and also their unique communities. So the whole point is just for all the communities to just hang out, have fun, and it's kind of like the other partner that the other project that we're partnered up with, Savannah. They also have a model where they're not competing with anybody. They're just providing a friendly space where all the projects can come hang out, learn about each other, and just have fun. Maybe win some prizes and stuff like that. So we're super excited to be participating as a community, as a group next week, and we'll see how that goes. And we hope that it can be a long-term collaboration in the game nights and also further partnership down the road.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. And we do have a few other communities that have joined us in the past, like Socks on Solana, Lifinity, Botborgs. And honestly, there's too many to mention at this point. But we obviously love to just have anybody along, even if it's every Friday and they're not in the spotlight, because like I said, we like to just share the communities, and we do some giveaways where we obviously raid each other's discords and things like that to get each other inside each other's discord. So yeah, it's pretty fun. So if you're just looking to hang out with the community and win some prizes, obviously with us we give out Solana, we give out Fabric, we give out USDC, and soon we'll be giving out some Dappies with the Dappie Gang, and as well as some Vab Punks. So yeah, if you're interested in joining a community that's obviously looking to strengthen the bond with all the other communities in the ecosystem, then join us, please.
Yeah, definitely. Actually, next week we're having a Twitter space with Infinity, so that'll be fun. And also, I think it's just another chance to get to know each other and learn about the projects, and potentially meet some cool people there too.
Yeah, definitely. I love Darden. Darden is literally
Yeah,
a big brain. Yeah.
yeah, for sure, for sure. At this point, anyone have a question that they want to ask or want to come say hi?
Shout out to the monkeys. I see monkeys in the audience.
Yeah, monkeys. Actually, yeah, Brad became our new Dappy Wills today. He recently became our community supporter. Shout out to Brad.
Yeah, shout out to Brad for being early. Honestly, it's crazy how much I hear about Dappies in every DAO that I'm in. And that's one of the reasons why I became a holder, because really it's all about the people that you know. So if you see some people that you know they have a history of having great calls, and you just literally blindly follow them. But turns out that Dappy is one of the only DeFi utility NFTs out here. So definitely a slept on community in my opinion.
Well, thank you for your kind words. We just continue to build and continue to do what we do. As much as we love the floor price to fly, but that's definitely not our main priority. I think our appreciation will grow over time, definitely, especially after staking it goes live, and after, in May, our main Dappio platform goes public. I think that is when we get to shine, because then we'll get to fully unlock the utility side in Dappio, and I think by that time, people will find out something that's probably special.
Yep, I agree, definitely. Well, there's a lot of catalysts coming up for floor price to rise, but honestly, yeah, I'm not looking for selling anything in the near term, anyways. So that doesn't really bother me.
Yep. Well, I think we'll wrap up this space, and also for each month we have a community call as well. So maybe at the end of the month we'll have another one, and we would love to have you as a guest. We can quickly go over, about the community nights and our potential partnership and stuff like that at the end of the month. So also, thank you, Data, for coming up and joining our space and always being supportive and being very early and a believer in our project. We appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no problem. I'll stick around, obviously. So I'll be seeing you guys often.
Yep, for sure. So then, to the rest of the crew, thanks for joining in. Stay tuned for our next announcement. We do have some very exciting news lined up, all the way up to staking and all the way till May, where Dappio is going to be live in public. So that's another exciting news. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining in, and hope to see you next time. Bye bye.